to use the Holt or double exponential smoothing. And for that, we will use the exercise we did in class. We have the Google daily stock price for 84 days, and we have to forecast the next 31 days. Quick look at the graph shows that there's a clear trend. So the Holt method is probably the best method. To start, we make a regression of the whole data we have. So I've used the functions intercept. Here you have the y's and the x's. Make sure you select areas that match each other. So 84 observations with both cases is a common mistake students make. So we have our intercept, and last for the trend we use the function slope. Again, we will select the y's and the x's. Exactly the same frames for both variables. Make sure you don't make a mistake of selecting different areas of the not matching areas of your spreadsheet. It's a common mistake. Okay, we have level and trend, and then we will start our smoothing functions now. First, let's forecast the level of period 1. The intercept is the level at period 0. So the level at period 1 is, being more precise, it's the level at period 0 plus the trend. And the trend of period 1, we don't have any new information, so we'll simply use the previous trend. Okay, we have our first estimates for level and trend at period 1, and we can make with these two the forecast of period 2, which will be the level of period 1 plus the trend of period 1. Now make sure you are forecasting period 2 with the date of period 1. A mistake you students usually make is to make the forecast of period 2 but put it in this cell, not in this cell. You are forecasting period 2, so make sure you're doing that in the line of period 2. We'll now make the adjustments or the smoothing. The smoothing, you take the actual level, that is the observed price, times the smoothing function of the level, the alpha, fixing, plus the forecasted level of period 2, which is, as we did before, the level plus the trend, and we multiply that by 1 minus the alpha, fixing. Okay, this is the formula. If you look at it closely, we have the level, observed level, times the smoothing function, the forecasted level times 1 minus the smoothing value. And see that we corrected, the level was, our forecast was 435, the actual was 453. So we took a figure in between using the alpha. To adjust the trend, we follow the similar logic. What is the actual trend? The actual trend is the level of period 2 minus the level of period 1. And we multiply that by the beta. Fix the beta. Now, plus the previous beta, the previous trend that we had, which is exactly the previous trend, times 1 minus the beta, fixing, and we correct the beta. We take the actual, correct the trend. We have the actual trend multiplied by the smoothing function, beta, and the previous trend multiplied by 1 minus the beta. See, we increased our trend. Our initial trend was 1.1, but the observed trend is almost 7 units here. It's much higher. So we increase the trend, and that will give our forecast for period 3. We've done all the formulas now. We simply have to copy them. So we copy these three formulas here and we paste. Paste until the end of our series, maybe 4. It's almost there. Now we have just to look at the end and make some minor adjustments. We can actually forecast period 85, which will be the sum of these two. So we'll simply copy that cell and paste it here. Now we have to forecast the balance of the periods. We don't have any adjusted levels in trend. So what we will do, we will maintain that trend throughout the rest of the forecasted period. So this forecast will be the previous one plus that trend. I will fix that trend. And now we simply have to copy that cell until the end of the period that we want to forecast. And we're done. See that we are increasing the forecast in a linear way using the last corrected trend. If you look at the graph, well, it's really very good. We're forecasting a straight line. So what is left, what you could do is to adjust, find the best alpha and beta to minimize the errors. But that's another video. I hope you try it again, try the exercise, and make sure you learn all the technique.